Disney Odd Pod.
I'm Kat.
I'm Dee.
This week, the toys are back. You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll feel really bad for all those times you played Extreme Barbies as a child. For those who don't know, Extreme Barbies is pretending that they're like on a desert island and they have to sacrifice themselves to the volcano, and that means burning them and cutting off their heads.
I kind of feel like that didn't require explanation. Either way, Toy Story 3 from 2010.
Don't you get it? We're finished. Obsolete. Over the hill.
Now, come on, guys. We all knew this day was coming.
We're getting thrown away.
No one's getting thrown away.
We ain't ever getting played with.
Hold on. This is no time to be hysterical.
It's the perfect time to be hysterical.
Should we be hysterical?
Now, yes. Maybe, but not right now.
Come on. Let's see how much we're going for on eBay.
New toys!
I'm gonna get played with!
Where's my nose?
Here it is.
Here's your arm.
Give me that. That's
Honey,
mine.
the mustache.
We're busting out of here.
On three. One. Whoa! To infinity and beyond.
To reset your Buzz Lightyear, insert paperclip.
Rex, use your finger.
Did you fix Buzz?
Bitácora espacial.
Sort of.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's so crazy. It's just a great Toy Story movie. I mean, what else can you say?
My heart is very full, and my eyes are still a little misty.
Oh, it really grabbed Kat by her
It really
feelers.
did. The end of the movie was a lot.
Aww. There was a lot of action at the end of the movie, that's for sure.
Well, no, I'm talking about the end of the movie.
The end where he gives the toys away.
Oh my god, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
No, it was really good. I really liked it.
It was an interesting movie, that's for sure. They definitely went somewhere where you wouldn't guess.
But that made it good, though.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. It's like, okay, how do you not make Toy Story 3 boring? This is how.
Yeah, really, really well done. I was very pleasantly surprised. I wasn't really sure, because you're like, oh, where are they going to go after the second one?
What could you possibly do?
Oh, lost toys can only be a thing
Right.
once, and very good.
And now Andy can only go to college once, so what are you going to do?
I don't know. I honestly
I guess that girl can grow up and they can have problems with lost toys.
I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting.
We'll see what happens with Toy Story 4.
Okay. Well, back to Toy Story 3. Drama, thriller, family, comedy, animation.
Thriller!
I don't know about thriller. I don't know if I would classify it as thriller, but okay.
Maybe they mean it's as good as Thriller, like it was amazing and everybody
Maybe. Jump back inside the toy box for a heartwarming and hilarious movie you'll never forget. Woody, Buzz Lightyear, and the rest of the toys return for an all-new adventure, along with a few new faces, some plastic, some plush, including Barbie's counterpart Ken, Thespian Hedgehog Mr. Pricklepants, strawberry-scented Lotso Huggins Bear. As Andy prepares to depart for college, Woody, Buzz, Jessie, and the rest of Andy's faithful toys wonder what will become of them. But when a mix-up lands them at Sunnyside Daycare, they meet a host of new toys and soon discover a wild new adventure is just beginning.
Wow. So it is wild. It is fun.
It is thrilling, I guess, yeah. You don't know what's going to happen. I mean, we'll just say at the end of the movie when I was, oh my god, are they all going to die? Even though they don't, clearly there's a fourth movie, but I literally was like, oh my god, are they going to die?
They're going to melt them all.
I really thought that was going to happen, actually.
I knew that was not going to happen.
Well, for a split second, I'm saying if you didn't know there was a fourth one, you'd be like, this is the end of the movie, this is how it ends, and they go to toy heaven.
They would never do that, though. I mean...
But it was well done. If you're a little kid and you don't know any better...
Oh no, Woody!
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so only one director, Lee Unkrich, Coco, Finding Nemo, Toy Story 2, Monsters Inc.
Yeah, he's done a lot. Plenty.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff.
And then it's the same thing with the writers. Obviously, John Lasseter, but then Andrew Stanton, who did WALL-E, Toy Story 4, Finding Dory, Finding Nemo, Monsters, Inc., Toy Story, Toy Story 2.
Just all the Pixar things. All these guys are like Pixar BFFs.
Yeah.
doing the thing.
So it's no surprise that this is a great movie. It's just, obviously, it's going to be...
I don't know, though. I mean, think about how bad Cars 3 was.
That's Cars.
But I'm just saying, compared to the first
Cars
one,
is their worst franchise.
It is the worst franchise, but...
Because it appeals to a different section of...
Yeah. It's not
Wait,
guaranteed.
did we see Cars 3 or 2?
We saw 3, I thought.
I thought it was 2 with Missile McEvie or whatever.
Hold, please. You're right. It was the second one. Just kidding. Sorry.
Boom, boom.
But either way, I mean, that was really bad comparatively to Cars 1. I'm just saying, just because it's those same writers.
I liked it more than Cars 1.
I don't know. It's not guaranteed to be a home run.
But it's not Cars, which is their only non-guaranteed to not be a home run.
I mean, Planes was pretty bad. Just saying.
Planes was Disney, not Pixar.
Oh, that's right. God damn it. But John Lasseter was involved in it. I'm saying if you get,
It was Dane Cook. I mean, come on.
Let's never talk about that except for when we have to watch Planes 2.
Yeah.
I think. Did it come out in theaters? I don't know.
I feel like that might have gotten scratched. We'll see.
We'll find out. So, I mean, we have all the regular people, which I don't really think it's important to go into their backstory.
Tom Hanks, Tim Allen. We can bring up Lotso, who was Ned Beatty, who is like the old guy in every movie you've ever seen an old guy in. Yeah,
doesn't he play a lot of like sheriffs and detectives and that kind of
old guys? Yeah. I think he played Superman's dad.
Well, hello there. I thought I heard new voices. Welcome to Sunnyside, folks. I'm Lotso Huggin' Bear, but please call me Lotso.
Yeah, and he was really good, actually. His character was pretty good.
Lotso, the old guy on the crutch.
But my favorite new character has got to be Ken.
Michael Keaton, yeah, is great.
So, who's ready for Ken's dream tour?
Let's show our new friends where they'll be staying.
Folks, if you want to step right this way. I'm Ken.
Barbie? Have we ever met?
I would have remembered. Love your leg warmers.
Nice ass cut.
Come on, Ken. Recess don't last forever.
Right on, Lotso.
Any part with Ken and Barbie was my favorite part of the movie.
It was really pretty funny.
It was so funny. The whole thing, it was just hilarious. The fashion show.
And Jodie Benson playing Barbie is a new thing, isn't it?
No, she's in the second Toy Story.
But new for the podcast.
Well, new for the podcast, yes. But she's in the second Toy Story. She's tour guide Barbie. Yeah, she was just fantastic. But then we have all these random appearances, like by small characters, like
Christian Shaw
playing that Trixie doll,
Jeff Garlin,
and Richard Kind playing Bookworm,
Whoopi Goldberg, Timothy Dalton, Laurie Metcalf.
Well, Laurie Metcalf has been in the other ones, but she's Mrs. Davis, not Andy's mom. So apparently Andy's last name is Davis. I don't know, but she had more of a speaking part in this one for sure.
And Bonnie Hunt.
Who did Bonnie Hunt play?
I don't remember now.
Oh, okay.
I think Dolly. I think it was Dolly.
Oh, yeah, one of the new characters.
The many new characters.
But they were all really good.
I didn't say that they weren't good. I just said that there was a lot.
Yeah, there was a lot. In fact, fun fact, there are 302 characters in this movie, the most for any Pixar film
That
ever.
is the fun fact, and I also got that.
Yeah, there were.
But there was a lot.
It was a lot, but I really loved it. Like, everywhere you looked when they went to the daycare, it's like, oh, there's this weird character and that weird character, and it was really good. Really, really well done, I felt.
Yep. So I got that Tom Hanks and Tim Allen insisted on recording together, which is not a normal thing, so that they could bounce things off of each other and improv and do stuff.
I don't understand why that's not more normal in animation.
I agree. I mean, other than the cost savings, I guess, it should be. They should do more creative togetherness. But now in the age of like, I just want to do everything through Zoom.
Maybe not. But I feel like it would save them money because they'd have less studio time.
Unless you want to make something good.
Yeah. No, it's a good choice, obviously. For the escape scene from Sunnyside, the crew apparently watched every prison movie they could possibly think of to get inspiration for the script and the animation.
So we just got most of the same fun facts.
I have one more.
I do too.
Okay, go ahead.
The Totoro.
Yes, so that wasn't my fun fact, but that's why in the movie I was like, oh, and you looked at me like I was insane.
Well, I just didn't see it that first time, but you see it at the end,
I saw it for, like, immediately. I was like, oh my god, it's Totoro. Is Totoro going to speak? And he didn't speak, which was very sad. But he also doesn't speak in the movie.
Yeah,
so.
but you wouldn't want Totoro to speak.
But no, I loved that so much. Lee Unkrich apparently wanted Lotso to be an actual official Care Bears bear.
Just do that Care Bears countdown. Just when you need them, they'll be there. Just when you need them, they'll be there.
From their 1986 movie, but they scratched that and just made him a generic.
They didn't want to pay for it.
Probably.
Yeah.
But that would have been good, though, too. It would have been...
To make him a Care Bear, that actually probably would have been pretty good.
Yeah, but he was a really good villain.
And apparently he was supposed to be in the first movie, but they could never get his hair right, so they didn't use him.
Interesting. Yeah. So I wonder if he'll come back for the fourth movie.
Nah.
Like escape from the truck somehow.
That would be stupid. I don't want to see a repeat villain character in this at all.
Did you have any other fun facts?
No, that was it. We duplicated on it, basically everything.
Which is funny because I kept scrolling because there was like hundreds.
But they kept getting less fun and more stupid and like, oh, this coincidence. It's like, okay, I got it.
Yeah, it definitely had a lot of facts, but not very many fun ones.
Yeah.
Should we play our way through this? I don't know.
Sure.
What else? What better one do you got?
No, you got it.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Okay, so we get this Wild West open.
You got a date with Justice, One-Eyed Bart.
Too bad, Sheriff. I'm a married man.
One-Eyed Betty?
Which it's obviously the kid is playing a game, but I love this opening part.
Yeah, it's really funny. Okay, it's really, really funny.
The part where, oh no, the orphans, and they just show all the trolls on the tree. I don't know why that struck me as so funny.
It is, because it was.
I really laughed out loud. Well, I laughed out loud in several parts of this movie.
I also thought that the barrel full of monkeys as the
Death
villain,
Death
by Monkeys was really funny.
Yeah, the whole opening play thing, because that's when you're a kid, that's literally how vivid your imagination is. Unless you're a loser kid who doesn't have any imagination.
You're a loser, kid.
And it was so ridiculous, but it transitions into Andy growing up.
Because that was a video of Andy playing as a kid.
Yeah. And he's a growing teenager now.
Well, he's 17. He's about to run off to college.
And they try to do this thing where they try to trick him into playing with them with his cell phone, but he's just, no. So, they're sad.
No, they're sad. They were just, like, happy that they touched him.
Yeah, Rex is like, he held me.
And Sarge and the rest of the army guys bail.
Yeah, they're like, our mission's complete. He's grown up. And so then Buzz and Woody say, okay, everyone, we're going into attic mode. Because they're just convinced they're going to go to the attic. There's a mix-up because Andy, instead of putting them in a box labeled attic, because he's a dumb teenager,
puts them in a trash bag.
And so his mom thinks they're trash, obviously. But for some reason he decides, well, because Woody's his favorite, he's going to take Woody to college, which, who takes a toy to college?
You couldn't see some dude bringing like one toy as like a, hey, this is the cool guy I was when I was
taking
young.
A doll to your college dorm? I don't know. I feel like if he was going to take one, he would take all of them. It doesn't...
No way. You would just take the one. Like, oh, look, this guy's on my desk. He's cool.
Maybe. I don't know. I just feel like you'd get made fun of a lot as a dude for bringing a doll to college.
I feel like the girl would be like, oh, that's so cute.
As a girl, I would be like, that's weird. Why are you bringing your childhood toy to college? That's weird.
Yeah, but I mean, as a basic girl, you'd be like, oh, it's cute. He's
sensitive. Probably. But, so...
Not a cat.
Woody is trying to save them, and they think that they were just trash. Because they didn't see what happened. They thought that Andy just abandoned them. So they're like, we're going to the daycare.
Yeah, they all want to go to the daycare. Everybody gets trapped in the car, including Woody. And Woody's like, you don't want to go to the daycare, trust me.
Which, I feel like a daycare would be ideal.
No, it would be exactly what they showed.
Well, I'm saying that with the older kids, it would be ideal because they're all.
How many? Well, I don't think so because none of those things belong to those kids, so they would just trash them.
Well, which at first I was like, oh, this is going to be so perfect for them. And then I realized because essentially what happens is they go, they meet a bunch of toys, they meet Lotso the bear.
Everything seems like utopia. But really, they get taken over to the toddler side.
Well, except for Barbie. Because
except for Barbie.
She says, okay, when Ken meets Barbie.
Suck on Barbie.
That is the funniest character introduction. He plays the Dreamweaver song. Like, it's just amazing. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
But yeah, they get taken over to the other side. They're not told it's like the death trap toddler side, obviously, because Lotso's like, everything is great.
And Woody's like, no, we gotta get home. And everybody wants to stay. Everybody's like, no, screw you. We're gonna get played with. This is gonna be the best day of our lives. So Woody leaves, and he gets this great escape, like on a kite, and makes it outside, but he loses his hat outside. And the girl...
whose mom...
Bonnie picks him up.
Because I think her mom works at the daycare or something.
Yes.
Yeah. Because that would explain how she knew Andy.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to figure that out. Oh, she works...
Well, no, the lady knows Andy, and I have a feeling maybe Bonnie is a baby in Toy Story 2, and we just don't really remember.
Oh, yeah, that's possible.
Yeah.
That's possible,
because they introduced her as if we were supposed to know Bonnie was a baby.
That's a very good point.
Yeah,
You're probably 100% correct on that one. I just don't... It's been so long, I don't remember.
Right, exactly.
And then she takes him home, and they meet the toys, and they're all so cute. And there's a Totoro, and I was so happy. And the part where she's playing with them is really cute. Like,
yeah, it's really good. She's a really good player. She's very imaginative
and gentle.
All of her toys are very proper and prim, and oh no, never be out of character for.
Well, it's
Bonnie.
really just the one hedgehog character,
Well, the hedgehog,
Mr. Prickly Pants.
But really, everybody's a very good toy.
Yeah, because they're well taken care of.
Yeah.
Be right back.
Psst. Hey, hello? Hi, excuse me. Shh. Can you tell me where I am?
Shh. The guy's just asking a question.
Well, excuse me. I'm trying to stay in character.
My name's Buttercup. You've met Baron Von Schusch.
Shh.
Hello, I'm Trixie.
Guys, look, I don't know where I am.
We're either in a cafe in Paris or a coffee shop in New Jersey. I'm pretty sure I just came back from the doctor with life-changing news.
We do a lot of improv here. Just stay loose, have fun, you'll be fine.
No,
Who wants lunch?
So meanwhile, back at the daycare, Buzz is like investigating, like all the toys are going to some secret...
At night.
And so he goes to investigate.
Into this vending machine.
And it's like an underground poker...
Yeah, they're gambling. They're talking shit like, "Oh, nobody's good enough to be one of us." But he gets caught and he gets taken to the library.
He gets caught by the big baby.
By the big baby. Yeah, the big baby's the he's like Lotso's security guard, enforcer.
Yeah,
scary thing because Big Baby is pretty scary.
And I thought here because then this is where we realize obviously that Lotso is the bad guy, and essentially. I thought they were just going to take Buzz's batteries out.
Yeah, I did too.
But no, they just reset him to factory reset, so he has no memory. He's back to being I'm Buzz Lightyear, I need to get back to my spaceship.
Yeah, they put him in demo mode.
Which is horrible.
Yeah, he's like... He was the Buzz we met in Toy Story 1.
Yeah. And then they come back and lock up all of the toys, and they realize that Woody was right because they... the horrible children, they have Lotso, it's the whole thing. So they're just, oh my god.
And Barbie breaks up with Ken. She's like, no, screw you. And they take...
Give me my scarf back.
And they take Mr. Potato Head out to the box.
Yeah, which is the sandbox, which I thought it was going to be something where it would get really hot earlier in the morning or something, and it would like burn him, but no, it's just sand.
Gross. It's just poop and sand.
Yeah, it's disgusting. And then back at Bonnie's house, this is where we get the clown telling the story of Lotso, essentially.
Yep.
Which was sad.
To Woody. He's telling him how bad it is. He's like, the Lotso and the baby, they were replaced, but really only Lotso.
Yeah, Lotso just tells the other toys, oh, we were all replaced, but it was just Lotso, so that's why they kind of follow him.
and enforce him. That's why the baby's the enforcer.
Yeah. And Woody is able to make it back to the daycare inside of Bonnie's backpack.
On a new day. Like, this is the next day.
Yeah.
He goes to rescue. The phone toy gives Woody, like, the entire download of everything that happens. This is, like, the most pivotal scene.
Yeah, and the toy, because that old phone is old school. Because
it's an old Fisher-Price toy.
When they
That's indestructible.
So when they first got to the daycare, if you remember, the phone was like bumping Woody. He was probably going to try to tell him,
right.
"Oh, hey, this place is fucked up. Don't stay here.
Don't let them take you to the other side."
Yeah, don't let them take you to the caterpillar room."
Caterpillar.
That's what it was called.
No, and the other one was butterfly. It's just funny because it's younger and older kids.
Yeah. Oh, I get it. Because a caterpillar turns into a butterfly.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. Okay. Didn't get that at first. And so Woody essentially makes a plan to get them out. And it all hinges on he has to, like, stop the security monkey that watches all the video cameras, apparently. And there's this whole just crazy escape scene, but the best part is Barbie has to trick Ken into doing a fashion show with all of his clothes.
Which takes almost nothing.
And it's so funny when he's modeling, and then she ties him up, and then she starts...
But the funniest part about that is she ties him up once he puts the karate outfit on. When he puts the karate outfit on, she kicks his ass.
Yeah.
It's just like...
Yeah.
You got bitched, Ken.
And she's, like, ripping his clothes up to get him to talk about how they fixed Buzz.
Right.
And she's like, "Oh, is this vintage? Oh."
This is a Nero jacket.
Yeah, from 1976,
1967.
Which, for Barbie toys, like, those are serious collectibles,
sure,
those old Barbie
yeah.
toys. Buzz gets turned into Spanish Buzz.
Well, don't forget that in between this, we got one of the most disgusting looking things I've ever seen, which is Mr. Tortilla Man.
Correct, sir.
Oh, God, I forgot about
this.
this.
So foul. It's just like, it moves wrong. It's all... I just thought it was gross. I don't know why. I just thought Mr. Tortilla Man was disgusting.
It is gross because Mr. Potato Head leave his body somewhere and he puts all of his parts on...
No. So he gets put back in the box. He kicks that knot out and throws all of his parts out, and they all crawl to the tortilla, and he becomes Mr. Tortilla Man.
Until the bird tries to eat him.
And then he falls apart, and then he sees a cucumber in their little garden and goes and becomes Mr. Cucumber Man.
Cucumber Potato Head.
Mm-hmm. Cucumber Head.
Cucumber Head. Can't think of an analogy for Pickle Rick. But it's very funny, but it is gross. Like, it doesn't look right because it's all nasty. And then he gets eaten by a bird or torn apart by a bird. It's a whole thing.
So Buzz in Espanol, he has no memory.
Except for he's still super attracted to Jessie.
Well, who wouldn't be? Come on. No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, it is Joan Cusack voicing her. So.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. My point being.
And when Woody, like, says something to Jessie, he's like, the cowboy, and he's, like, trying to show off in front of Jessie. It's very funny. Yeah. Spanish Buzz is very funny.
They all get to the dumpster. They're about to escape, and Lotso shows up.
Of course he does. And he's like, you can either go back or go in the dumpster. And they're like, we're not going with you. But then everybody gets, like, Lotso gets pushed in the dumpster.
Well, because Woody tells the facts about...
Oh, that's right.
About Daisy, Lotso's owner, and the baby... So the baby pushes Lotso into the dumpster.
Yeah, because Lotso's like, "Oh, do you think anybody wanted you, you big baby?" And the baby gets upset.
He smashes the tag from Daisy, and the baby, just throws him in. It's like Star Wars.
Yeah, he's like, "Mama."
Empire Strikes Back. It's exactly from that. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, and so they're trying to escape, but then Woody gets grabbed by Lotso, and everybody gets thrown in the dumpster, basically.
Yep.
Do.
So now we're all in the garbage truck. Buzz saves Jessie from a falling TV, and then in classic sitcom fashion, is knocked back to normal.
Okay, and I thought his, yeah. He's like, I thought his helmet was broken.
Nope. Just knocked back to normal, that's all. Just classic sitcom, Gilligan's Island style.
Yeah.
Oh, if you get hit again in the head, you'll be normal.
You feeling better, Ocho?
And he when he first thing he says when he wakes up, because he doesn't realize he's in a dumpster, he's like, "Oh, was that me?" Because of the smell. And they're like, "Oh my god, it's Buzz! Oh my god,
oh Buzz!" And Jesse's now in love with Buzz instead of Woody. I mean, that's like a totally underrated.
I don't think Jesse ever was in love with Woody.
Well, I think they were like.
No, they're like brother and sister.
Yeah, but partners ish.
Yeah, but I
But now Jesse's full on in love with Buzz.
Because when Buzz was carrying her and it was all in slow motion, she was like, "Oh my god, you're hot."
Oh my god, you're so beautiful. Look at that big Jay Leno chin.
With a little piece of fur on their hair on the end.
No, that's supposed to be a cleft. It's a cleft.
I thought it was supposed to be like a little...
No, it's a cleft.
Oh my god.
It's Jay Leno's chin.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
So there's a scene where they go into the landfill. The little aliens run away because they see the claw.
The claw! The claw!
And all of them, including Lotso, they all get taken down this conveyor belt. And they goes through all this craziness. And they end...
Magnets and... Lotso double betrays them by not stopping it with the emergency stop.
Okay,
which makes no sense. This part does not make sense.
Well, here's what I don't understand. Why did Woody help him in the first place?
Well, helping him is fine. He's like, okay, we're all going to make it through this. To me, him not hitting the emergency stop makes no sense. He has no competition with them at this point. It's just about going into the fire.
Well, he doesn't want them to come back and mess up his situation at the daycare.
But that's not what's ever going to happen in this scenario. That's what doesn't make sense.
Okay, fair enough. You're right. But
like,
he thinks that.
He could have just hit the button and everything would have been fine. That would have been a fine end to the movie for me. That would be my only itsy bitsy tweak I maybe would have made to the movie.
I think
the redemption of Lotso.
But I don't think he deserves redemption. That's the point, is he's literally a piece of garbage.
I think he does deserve it because he was just left and maybe he deserves some redemption. But he doesn't get it because he doesn't deserve it, I guess. Maybe you're right.
And then the part when they're going down the conveyor belt and you think they're going to go into the fire and they all hold hands. It's so sad.
They all give up. And then the claw! They get scooped up in one big giant pile because they're all holding hands.
Well, okay, I thought that...
by the little Pizza Planet monster.
I honestly forgot about them. I thought that Barbie and Ken were going to come save them somehow. That's really what I thought was going to happen.
I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but I knew something good would happen. Yeah,
so the claw saves them, and there's a funny part where Mr. Potato Head says, "You have saved our lives. We are eternally grateful," which is what they say. It's funny. It's cute. But no, the part where the trucker guy finds Lotso is like, "Oh, I had one of these as a kid," and ties him.
And it still smells, and he picks up and still smells like strawberry. At this point where they were all in the incinerator dumpster thing, all of those, every single toy, anything that was in that pile would be irreparably disgusting to smell.
I mean...
irreparably. Woody would smell so bad, like trash and fire and...
Well, Lotso would really smell the worst because he's a bear, so he would, all his fibers would...
So that's why I say that Woody... That's why I point out Woody, because Woody has, like, clothes and...
Yeah. Well, Woody's all cloth. Like, everything on him is cloth.
That's what I mean. So when he shows up to that little girl, she'd be like... Bleh!
Disgusting! So Lotso gets tied down to the front of the truck, because I did forget that truckers will do that sometimes. They, like, tie plush things to the front of their grill on their truck, which is perfect.
To a garbage truck.
Yeah, and the other plushes are like, "Better close your mouth."
Yeah. And then, so they all make it back to Andy's. Everybody gets in the attic box.
And they're saying goodbye. And then Woody gets the idea to write the little girl's address on a post-it note and put it on the box. And
Andy's like, "I'm going to donate these toys instead to this little girl."
Well, he pulls up and there's just a really sweet scene
where he's playing with her and showing her how all the toys work and interact and all their little names. And Kat's now crying.
Are you crying? Am I crying? No, I'm not crying. You're crying.
I mean, it is a very sweet scene. So she accepts everything and really loves it. But then Andy finds Woody somehow at the bottom of the box. And he's like, "No, this is my toy." And she's like, No, there's a snake in my boot, because she knows Woody. And he's like, this is the most special little character in the world. And this is actually where it really gets misty. Can you take care of him for me? And she gives Woody, with all the other toys, they both play together with the toys, little Mr. 17-year-old. And this is where I noticed the Totoro on the porch.
You didn't notice it till just now?
I didn't see it. No, I didn't see it before. I just didn't catch it. I probably was like taking a note and it flashed by. But then I saw the Totoro on the porch. I was like, what? Totoro?
Maybe you didn't see it because you were crying. Because I was crying. I stopped crying now.
No. I caught it this time.
Oh, gotcha.
I just got a little mist. I didn't cry. I just got like, it was just like slightly dusty in the room.
Oh, I was crying.
Yeah, no, I know. You were crying for like 10 minutes at this part. And that's the end of the movie. What a great film. What a great movie film. We'll give Kat a second to collect her thoughts and her tears.
No,
Whispers and tears. Oh, kitty, whiskers and tears.
No, it's not like it's sad. Like it's sad. It's just really sweet.
Oh, sweet, sad.
Okay.
Silly.
So, all right. I'll just give my first award. It's probably not going to be much of a surprise, but it's too upsetting. Airbud, I need a moment. Obviously,
I didn't think it was that upsetting. I considered that for a second, but no.
Well,
No, that's okay. That's okay.
It's not upsetting in a bad way. It's just really sweet, but it clearly, because I'm still crying. It was just good. It was very good.
So, my first award, I made my own. It's the Holy Characters and Information Batman Award.
Yeah.
There's so much going on, and there's so many new characters. It's like, what's happening? Who's this? Who's that? Wait, what? What?
But it was all put together really well, though.
It was put together well, but you're not going to retain everybody. It was just a lot of stuff coming at you that didn't stick, but it was also all really great. All those people, everything. Really cool, but just like, holy shit, is this a lot of information?
Yeah, and with that, I'll give my second one, the heavyweight stellar supporting cast.
Ooh, that's my third award.
I mean, aside from all the new characters, if you think about the voice acting in this movie, I mean, you have Wallace Shawn, Don Rickles, Estelle Harris,
John Ratzenberger,
Michael Keaton, the Ned Beatty guy,
yeah,
Joan Cusack.
It's an amazing cast, just a huge supporting cast.
Yeah, and it just really, like, it's all of the little supporting characters and side characters and little, even like the tiniest thing, like those stupid 3 peas in a pod, it had like one line. Like, it's very funny, and like the whole supporting cast is really what makes the Toy Story universe really work.
And so that leads into my other made my own award, is the Parts and Pieces Tech Award. Of like, there's so many little pieces. Little bits of technology, little, like the pods and the piece in the pod, like these little tiny characters that all add up to be like, what?
Yeah, no, it's really, and I think we've talked about this before, but all the Pixar movies, it's just all of their little attention to detail that they do is so good.
It's true, but Toy Story is always 2 steps above all the other Pixar movies.
Yeah, I'll agree. And it really, it's like, it's because the whole concept, you just have endless things you could throw in there, basically, because of the way the world is.
Right. And do you have any other awards?
I have 2, actually.
Oh, I have 1, so go ahead.
So it's I made my own. It's the Barbie Meet Ken, the most hilarious character intro scene, because that is my favorite part of the movie, when Barbie meets Ken. It's just so funny and so perfect.
Maybe we should make that one of the awards. That's a good one.
It's a perfect character introduction, because as soon as they're like, Ken, come down, he comes, I'm like, oh, Barbie, there's going to have a moment.
Right.
And it's one of my favorite little scenes, probably in any movie that we've ever watched, honestly. Like, I really, really, I want more Barbie and Ken.
Fair enough.
Maybe it's because I played with Barbies a lot as a kid.
Mine's easy. It's just the Dickhole Award goes to Lotso. He's a terrible dickhole in the whole movie. And
But yet you think he needs redemption.
But he didn't get it.
No.
So he just is a terrible dickhole.
Yeah, and that's what I feel like. That's why I think that it would have been wrong to give him redemption because he hasn't earned it.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. But he could have earned it there. He didn't. So he's a terrible dickhole.
Yeah, sometimes you just need people to be dickholes.
Yeah, you're not right. Or you're not wrong. I mean...
And I made up one of my other ones, and I'm going to give it which maybe we also keep, is the Superior Sequel Award, because I think this is better than Toy Story 2.
Well, 2 I can't speak of because it's been so long since I've seen it.
But I even think it's better than the first one.
I rated it lower than the first one, but I think it's better than the first one.
Yeah, it just is so good as a complete story, complete movie, the whole thing. Like, it's a superior sequel comparatively to a lot of other sequels for movies. And I really, really like this movie a lot.
Fair enough. Surprise or disappointment?
I mean, we touched on it a little bit, but just how they kept the story so interesting. Like, the daycare idea was like, that's a stroke of genius, because obviously it opens up the door for all new characters, new everything. So it's in that being like the daycare being like a prison, like the whole thing was really, really, really well done.
That's pretty good. I didn't have anything for it.
Okay.
Same thing with the sequel. If you do a sequel to this, it has nothing to do with what we just saw.
Well, yeah, that's none of the Toy Story. The second one has really nothing to do with the first one,
right? And that's the whole point. Is like you can sit here and say, "Oh yeah, I got an idea for a sequel," but it better not have anything to do with what we just saw.
Okay, so here's what I want a spin-off movie of just Barbie and Ken. I want more Barbie and Ken. Like, why is Ken so fabulous? Where did he come from? Like, I want Ken's backstory. Because they're like, oh, coming from a girl's toy. Why does everyone say that? Like,
He is a girl's toy.
Well, and I mean, I do want to go see that new Barbie movie that's coming out this year, but that's a live action thing.
That's a
totally different thing. But I would watch a Barbie and Ken movie in the Toy Story universe. I would watch that. I think it would be great.
I just don't know what okay.
I'm a Barbie girl living in a Barbie world. Like, go to parties. Like, come on. There's
where Ken is super gay and
I don't know, but I really love Barbie and Ken. Clearly.
Do you have any final thoughts?
No, this is a great movie. I
Fantastique.
really, really enjoyed watching it.
Fantastique. So, did you get a budget for this movie?
Yeah, it's $200 million. But they made over almost $1.1 billion,
which was the highest gross of 2010.
Which is not surprising because Toy Story 2 is also great. So obviously they had a bunch of people wanting to go see this. This is back when people still went to the movies a lot.
Well, and this was kind of still a recession year, so of course this was going to be the highest gross.
Yeah, it's really a really great movie.
So, what do you think the Rotten Tomatoes score for this movie is?
I mean, it has to be perfect. I just don't know how no, maybe not perfect. Maybe I'll guess like a 94%.
The critics have this at 98. The people have it at 90.
Interesting. I wonder why the people didn't like it as much.
I don't think that's anybody really not liking it as much.
Well, 10%.
10%. So, Kat, if you had to rate this movie, what would you rate it?
I really like this movie. There are a couple tiny things like we kind of touched on. They could have maybe changed, but not really anything big. It's close to perfect. It's not a perfect movie, but it's very, very close to perfect. So I gave it a 95%. Ooh. Or a 9.5 out of 10 Ken fashion shows.
I gave it a 90%. I think this movie's great. It's fantastic. I don't want to call it one of my favorite movies. It's not. But it's great. So I'm just going to say 9 out of 10. It's a great 9 out of 10 movie. Perfect A-.
I think this is one of my favorite movies that we watched. I really, really liked it.
Wow.
I thought it was a lot of fun. Really sweet.
Wow.
Like, good story, good characters. The whole thing. It was great. I really like, and I wasn't expecting to like it as much as Toy Story 2 because I do really like Toy Story 2.
Wow. But we'll see what happens when we actually watch Toy Story 2 for the podcast. Because you may not remember how much you actually really like it.
I mean, shit, what's going to happen in Toy Story 4?
Oh my god! Bonnie's going to grow up.
Wait, I have no idea.
Bonnie's baby brother's going to adopt them.
Well, we'll see. I don't know.
We'll see. So now, it's time for Kat's favorite part of the podcast.
Boop, boop, boop. Meet me more.
And this time we get number
What?
Fuck off.
What? Is it Toy Story 2?
No, it's number 1.
Oh, shut up. Oh my god, stop it. And you kept saying, we're never going to get this movie.
Well, we did.
It's, what is it? What is it, Dean?
It's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Oh my god.
I didn't even have to look at the list.
Are you sure you don't want to check?
I'm sure.
Oh man, what's it about?
I think it's about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Is it? I don't know. Man, I could probably honestly quote this movie after watching it.
Hi-ho! Off from work we go.
Home from work we go.
That's what I just said.
Oh, I thought you said off from work we
No,
go.
I said home from work we go.
Oh, it's a little chair.
I definitely can't quote it. I haven't seen it since I was probably 5 or 6 years old.
I watched it a lot as a kid. I think it's because it was a short movie, and so my mom was like, yeah, you can watch that, go ahead, because it's short, and but it would keep my attention, but it wasn't long, so, yeah. 7 tiny little beds. That's how her voice is. That's how she talks. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so we'll watch it. I honestly don't even remember. Like, it's probably going to be like really dumb, but
I think it'll be fine.
I feel
like it's going to be somewhere between Sleeping Beauty and Cinderella.
I feel like it has a lot of funny parts in it. Like,
It could be.
I feel like there's a lot of funny parts.
And the Wicked Witch.
Well, she's not always gross. I mean, she's not gross at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, no, I understand.
But, you know.
So, yeah, catch us next week with that. In the meantime, though, like, subscribe, shoot us an email, disneyoddpod@gmail.com.
Share with a friend, phone a friend, and tell them how great we are.
Rate, review, 5 stars. That's what we need.
Yeah, and
help us out.
Tune in next week for Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the OG Disney classic. What? Snow White in the house.
What? Or drop us a Facebook like to let us know you listen. But in the meantime, this has been Disney Odd Pod.
I'm Kat.
I'm Dee. Bye. Mr. You can call me Mr. Douglas is my father. Maybe that's what I'll do with that $500 gift. Actually, I'm going to order the other $500 too.
What?
I'm going to drain our points, I think.
Why would you do that?
Well, because I want some microphones, and I think I'm going to buy... Here's a real coaster for you, so you don't have to feel weird about that.
I like how you call a book a real coaster.
Well, it's a real padded coaster.
Trying to pull this up, it's like network error.
Why don't you connect to the other network? You don't have that saved in there?
No. Oh, it's fine. It pulled it up eventually. It just...
See, that's the difference, is I have both of them saved into my phone.
So this is the problem.
Is it?
Yes.
I feel like that's a problem.
There we go. That's better. Except for you hooked on here. Hooked on a cord.
Yeah, that's all under. That's on top. Oh, yeah. What a blankie. Nice and not soft.
I don't even really notice that. It just feels like a blanket.
Yeah, a super warm, super thin blanket. Yeah. Really useful, utilitarian, take it anywhere kind of thing.
Okay, do you have you got your business?
Nope.
No. Oh.
I wish I had the pockets thing. That was really helpful for that.
Isn't that your paper?
No, that was the last one.
Oh.
That's why I said I like the pocket thing, because it's better for the superfluous pieces of paper.
Gotcha. Okay.